Yo, what's the word? My name is Mad Keys, and I'm a producer, artist, and instrumentalist from St. Louis. And I'm with Splice and III today, and we're gonna be making our own sample pack using the Unit 4 Wireless Plus monitors. And then I'm gonna share some of my top tips on how to create your own sample pack. So let's get into it. Tip number one, have a starting point and be organized. Whenever I open up Ableton, I'm greeted with all of my presets and instrument plugins that I normally use and gravitate toward. That way, I'm not spending time looking for instruments, looking for sounds. I already have everything that I need right in front of me. All right, so here is my project file. I have all of my instruments in this instrument group right here. So I have my keys. I have a stage 73 from Arturia. I have another electric piano plugin that I've added my own level of modulation to it. That's just kind of preference for me. And then I have this pulse synth from Arturia from their V collection. And also, we can't forget the drums. I have a drum rack that I've built in Ableton, and we have a bunch of amazing sounds. So literally, this is everything that I need. So having something like this will really help jumpstart your ideas. You have everything at your disposal as soon as you open Ableton. The template is also available in the description, so feel free to download it and use that as a starting point for your next project. All right, so tip number two, finding the inspiration and making your instruments feel more human. So whenever I approach the music, I usually try to bring inspiration with me. This week, I've been listening to a lot of R&B, listening to a lot of soul, and I just want to create those similar vibes. Usually when I come with that level of inspiration, usually tempos follow, the type of instrumentation follow, and we're able to just kind of create the types of music that we really want to hear, that we're really inspired by. So here's an idea that I started, I called it Intrinsic, and we're gonna build some other instruments around it. So let's see what we have so far. So right now, I already kind of hear like it's very, very open right now. All right, so let's add some keys to this. Love that, that's fire. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Let's try to chop this up so we can get that to loop, right? That's what we wanna do. So in the sample pack, we wanna create instruments that loop. We wanna create ideas that loop. So I'm gonna chop this piano up so we can get a nice loop going throughout the song. That's fire. Let's move that little last note, that little last note, let's move that over real quick. I want to chop this right here. This guy right here is pretty cool. It doesn't really move me in at all, so it's all right. We're gonna take that off. So here's our loop for our piano. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna duplicate this throughout the rest of the song. And now we have us a loop. So now we want to try to take this song to another place. So we can do that by adding more layers of instruments and different articulations within that same key signature. I'm gonna add this electric piano line and let's see what we get. So this is dope. All we had were drums and bass, and we just built around that. And we already have these nice, beautiful chords that we can use for our sample pack. All we did was add keys and electric piano. So a little bit goes a long way when you're creating music and when you're creating your samples for your sample pack. All right, so tip number 3 is all about building out your tracks. So for my sample packs, I usually try to build around 4 to 6 fully arranged tracks. So I'm gonna take the song idea that I started in my last tip and continue building on it. All right, so we're gonna start with playing some synths on the OP1. Okay, let's fire. So let's get into that real quick. I want that to come down an octave, so let's do this. Since we have the MIDI note, we'll chop that. Bring this up a little bit so we can see what we're doing. I'm gonna select all of those MIDI notes and bring it down 1 octave. And now what we're just gonna retract that right there. Boom, I like that. Let's chop that. And we're gonna use that throughout the record. All right, so this is fire. We're gonna go into the live room. We're gonna add some keys to this. All right, y'all, we in the studio right now. I'm sitting down with the Yamaha U1. It has these nice felt pads. I think it's gonna add a lot of warmth to this sample pack. One thing that I'm thinking about when I'm making my sample packs, I'm always playing in certain cadences because I think producers can use really cool licks that can definitely be chopped up and be sampled for something completely different. The electric keys just added this new warmth to the track that we didn't have before. And also, we have some new textures and some nice chords. It's gonna lend itself really well to this pack. I think producers can take a lot of these pieces that I played and make it their own. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what you all create with that. All right, so tip number 4 is all about creating balance and listening to our mix in different environments. So we just finished this last track for the sample pack. I love where it's at, but now I wanna make sure that everything sounds balanced and leveled. So let's get into it. All right, so we're gonna go to our audio effects, and then we're gonna grab the utility tool, make sure that's on our master channel, and then we're gonna select mono. It ain't gonna sound good right now, but trust me, when we get done with this, it's gonna sound beautiful. What I like to do, I like to turn everything down by -20 dB. It sounds a little excessive, but the reason why I do this is because I wanna make sure that I'm not leveling from 0, because I wanna make sure that my tracks have enough headroom. So I'm gonna go through each and every track. We'll go through our drums. All right, we're good. So let's listen to everything. So the main thing that I'm listening for right now, I'm listening for instruments that I want to prioritize in the mix. And I also want to make sure that there aren't any phasing issues. So I'm actually gonna bring that electric piano up a little bit more than what I thought. It's a really pretty line and I want that to shine through the mix. So you wanna make sure your bass comes through nice and heavy. Not too heavy that it overpowers your mix, but just enough. Y'all ready? I'm about to unclick this mono button. Let's get into it. Wow, that already sounds just fuller. So here's what we're gonna do. Some of the kicks can definitely come down. Yeah, that's right where we want it. And notice we haven't even done any compression or anything. We haven't even done any real mixing yet. All right, we have a nice balanced mix now. So what I wanna do now, I wanna get my III headphones and monitors, and I'm gonna go listen to this mix in different environments and see what we need to do. III really is the game changer. The fact that I don't have to be tethered to my desk at home, I can literally go create music anywhere is amazing. They're lightweight, they connect to almost anything, near 0 latency and 20 hours of battery life. It doesn't get any better than that. So while I was outside, I noticed that the synths from my OP1, we were losing it a little bit. And there are a lot of higher frequencies in this synth. So I'm gonna boost some of those higher frequencies up, along with the volume just a little bit. know y'all see that really dramatic boost on that high end, but don't be scared to boost that high end. Use your ears, not your eyes. As you can see, it's important to listen to your mix in different environments. Now, I'm not done mixing this yet, but I definitely have a great starting point to really dial into this further. All right, so our final tip is all about exporting high quality sounds, and I'm gonna show y'all how to do that. I have this project file up here. I have everything already ready to go, so I can export these as loops right now, and we can have our sample kit. So we have an 8-bar intro, 8-bar hook, and this verse intro, where everything is sectioned off in 8 bars. We're gonna highlight everything. So I'm gonna go to File, Export Audio Video, and I'm only gonna focus on a few settings here. We're going to select all individual tracks. I wanna make sure that my sample rate is at 4800 Hertz. I wanna make sure that PCM is selected, and then I wanna make sure that I'm exporting with the WAV file type, and I wanna make sure that the bit depth is 24. So once we have that selected, we go ahead and click export. We'll go ahead and call it LT underscore 91 BPM, E major. We'll leave that dash there so that way it can call each stem according to their tracks. Click save. So we already have everything that we need ready to go. So I hope that taught you how to export your samples into high quality loops for your sample pack. Well, I hope y'all learned something new about how to create your own sample pack. Make sure y'all peep III's Unit 4 wireless monitors and check out my sample pack on Splice. Y'all be easy, but not too easy, and stay creative.